and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Attack on Titan OVA 4 called No Regrets Part 1.
Mandatory viewership
Mandatory watching, so we better keep our eyeballs peeled and be taking some notes.
Furthering the storyline here, getting ready for season 2.
Because the other mandatory OVA that we've already watched provided some critical information.
Talking Titans, I don't think I would ever have predicted that. At least not for the Dudley ones.
The Dudley ones? What does that even mean?
Sometimes they remind me of Dudley from Harry Potter.
Dudley Dursley.
Yeah. I don't know why that came to me, it just popped into my head.
The last OVA we watched, while not required viewing, gave some good context as to the dynamics and personalities of a lot of the trainees that were the same age as Eren and Mikasa. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what information is going to be trickled out to us this episode.
Yeah, I'm curious what the time frame is. Like, where is this happening?
Adam is like dying. That was impressive that he was able to talk through that yawn though.
It's hot up here and it's late and I want to watch the episode and sometimes I breathe and I yawn. I'm sorry, everybody.
All right, let's get started. Adam's sweaty, which makes him tired, which is a disaster. So here we go. Attack on Titan OVA 4 is coming right now. What time is that? Strauss, Sheena?
Somewhere new? What?
Is that Levi?
Yep.
This is from his thief days? I'm assuming he's still right here.
It's not true.
地下街三重の壁に守られ選ばれた者たちが住む最も安全な地域の地下にそれはあった。中止された地下移住計画の残骸。華やかな王都の影に生まれ育った者たちは一度も地上に出ることなく一生を終えることも珍しくなかった。
I was so hoping that we would get to see Levi's backstory. And I figured it would be something along these lines of where he went to jail and Erwin came and saved him or rehabilitated him or something. But I'm looking forward to seeing this. He looks super skilled with no training.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
And also he just like casually dropped it in season 1 that like he had a shady past. And it was never brought up again.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy that this is touching on him.
Stoked.
This underground city concept very interesting. And when they were like, yeah, some of these people may go their whole life without ever seeing the surface, it made me think of those creatures that live in the depths of the ocean that are like translucent because they don't get any sun. That's probably what those people look like.
Very white. Very, very white.
Very pale.
Ghost-like.
ほら、待たせたな。前回と今回の分だ。あれ。ああ、ありがとう。お前ら、浮かれて使いすぎるなよ。目つけられるぞ。分かってるよ。行こうぜ。立体起動装置が手に入ってから仕事が格段にやりやすくなったよな。みんなへの分け前も増えた。
増やしすぎたやつもいたように見えたがな。理由は
あいつのヤンの足がまた悪くなってるのは気づいたろ。高いんだよ薬。最近値上がりしたしな。たく地下商人のやつら。聞いたか？階段通行料も値上がりしたって。
Stair toll?
あれじゃ貧乏人はますます日の光は拝めない。どの階段も自分たちで買い占めてるから。
Who owns these
値段はつけ
stairs?
放題だ。なんとか払って外に出たところで居住権がなきゃ大していられない。すぐに強制送還だ。
Wow.
This is messed up.
足の悪いやつが多いのも日光が足りないせいらしいけどさ。分かってたってどうしようもないよ。
お前の母親もそうだったが。それでか。それ
Even
に
then
し
he
ても大
understood
金に
people.
見えたが。
手切れ金だから。あいつはもう無理だ。せめていい病院探せよ。
そうか。
あとどれだけあれば上に住めるかな。なんだガキか。脅かしてくれるよ。
ガキじゃねえ。ガキじゃねえ。
そうか。じゃあ追い出しても後味悪くねえな。床を汚してくれたことは多めに見てやる。今すぐ出て。
He likes it clean. Guy after Sarah's own heart.
動けないのか？
動けるよ。甘く見んな。
気の強い子だな。
ち、てめえ追われてんのか。
どうする？
くそ、あのガキ思いっきり噛みつきやがって。捕まえたら俺に一番に。
You know, what is up with these? Oh.
ガキ楽しみもクソもねえよ。おい、ここに小汚ねえガキが来たろ。
ここら辺はそんなのばっかりだよ。
あ？てめえらこの辺りのゴロつきが。
どっちが？
おい、いたぜ。
やっぱりか。てめえら仲間か。
いや、
じゃあそいつを渡してもらおうか。かばっても損するだけだぜ。何しろ11号階段をタダで通り抜けようとしたんだからな。知ってるだろ。11号っていや議員のロボフさん肝入りの公認階段だ。ここをタダ抜けとなると未遂でも見過ごせねえんだよ。
当然かくまったお前らも同罪だ。
分かったらさっさと渡せ。もういい、そこどけ。
Big mistake.
Still quick.
汚ねえ手で触るな。汚れちまうだろうが。
ああ、ダメなんだよ。うちは清潔第
We
一だ
know
からさ。
we know he loves a clean
手洗って
place.
出直しなよ。
こいつらやべえ。行くぞ。
A little bit of crazy goes a long way in a situation like that.
100%. 100%.
Gotta keep him guessing. Never sure what you're gonna do.
Show they're
Come
a
under
little
pressure.
unhinged, willing to do whatever. People will be like, yikes.
Oh.
So we're back in time. The beginning of the episode was them present, well, not present day, but like for the episode, and we're back in time for how they met their sidekick.
That's what I'm assuming.
So these two were friends, struggling, working with a group of thugs or whatever, not getting paid very much.
Yeah, potentially. Although I still get the vibes that Levi's in charge here.
He wasn't the one handing out the money.
No, but they're like partners, I think.
Okay.
He's probably the business guy and Levi's the setup stealer guy. But I already see the parallel between Levi taking this girl in and Erwin taking him in.
Ooh. Good
That's
call.
what I took on like right away
Good
as to
call.
what was happening here.
Yes.
But I also love that it's just in his nature to protect people. And you saw it subtly. He called him out. You're handing out extra money to people because he wanted him to know, but he also wanted to know the reason. And when the reason was good, nothing else to say. So he already has like those innate characters of protecting people, even when his life is maybe Robin Hood-esque.
Well, it seems like they just want to get to the surface because it's like unhealthy to live down there.
Yeah. Which, say what you want about the laws and the morals, you can get behind.
おい、いつまで懐に抱えてるつもりだ。死んじまうだろうが。
だってあったかいと思って。
Not that warm.
どうしたんだ鳥なんて。
迷い込んでたんだ。多分通風口から。だから
Oh.
地上に出してやろうと思ってさ。
お前まさかそのためだけに階段を突破しよう
Levi's
と
gonna
したのか。
sympathize.
こいつだって地下街なんかより空飛びたいだろ。
それはいいが、こいつ羽痛めてるぞ。
マジで？
Oh my gosh, his little bandages.
うまいねあんた。あ、そうだ、名前は？私はイザベル。
ファーランだ。あっちはリヴァイ。
ファーラン。それとリヴァイの兄貴か。
兄貴？
な、頼む。私も仲間に入れてくれ。
え？
あんたたち立体起動装置使ってたろ？見たことあるんだ。すっげえ羨ましかった。鳥みたいに飛び回ってさ。
Where did they get this from? The black market guys?
Yeah.
どうする？
ねえ。
ここにいるなら立体軌道より先に掃
His
除を
favorite thing. How did he learn ODM gear?
He seems just tweaked enough to figure it out himself.
Maybe he is the boss, you're right. Dang, Adam's always right. One of these days.
The group needs a bard.
I would just go stand under that hole all day if I lived there. Just look up the vitamin D.
Somehow I think it's not easy to get there.
Okay. What he's saying is you wouldn't be able to get there.
They probably only can because they have the gear. He looks like Alfred from Batman.
なんだよおっさん、なんか用か。
仕事を頼みに来た。家を間違えたんじゃない？ここは便
Did
利
he
屋じゃ
come
ない
down
よ。
the stairs?
報酬は弾む。
帰れ。
すでに前金を支払っているんだがね。冗談だろ。あんたとは初対面だ。そう。だが彼のことは知っているはずだ。いや。彼の足はもう限界だ。地上の病院で治療をしなければ。そうだろ、リーバイ君。どういうことだ？言ったろう。仕事の前金だ。話を聞いてもらえるね。
いいだろう。
People suck.
So そいつらか。
はい、腕は確かだ。
なんだてめえは。
警戒するのはわかるが、私のことを信用
Said
して。
everybody always.
どうやって？
こうして私が直接会ったことが全てだ。相当のリスクを私も背負っている。前金は受け取ったか？
地上じゃ知らないが、俺たちの世界じゃ人質って言うんだが。
Good.
成功報酬がそれなりであることの証だ。いいかね？仕事に成功した場合、お前たちが受け取るのは莫大な金だけではない。地上の居住権だ。
リヴァイ、準備できたぜ。
Job like this is too good to be true.
ヤンの確認は取れた。確かに一流の病院に入ってる。馬車の
So
男
that
の
was their
身元は
down payment,
間違
was
いない。
taking him to a hospital.
あの仕事は本物だ。やるんだろう、リヴァイ。
一つ言っておく。お前たちがこの仕事をやるやらないにかかわらず、ターゲットは接触してくるだろう。つまり無関係ではいられないということだ。
兄貴、
いつも通りにしてろ。だがもしあのハゲの言う通り奴らが出てきたら仕事を始める。
I really hate when somebody like that will back somebody who has no options into a corner and take advantage of them.
But he's making it sound like he's doing them a favor. Like, I'm gonna pay you so much money, you're gonna get this, but like, you have no choice on if you do it or not.
Yeah. Of course he's making it seem like a favor. That's... Poor kids, they have no choice, they're just trying to survive, and then somebody comes and meddles and like...
But do you think that he's actually gonna pay them and give them residency?
I'm sure that there's probably zero hope they can complete the mission. He's just throwing... This guy, if I had to guess, somebody's coming after him for something, and he's putting 5 or 6 plans together to try and take out his rival, and he's offered to pay all of them, but some of them won't succeed, and he'll be off the hook, and it's just...
Who do you think these people are? The targets.
I don't... My instinct was one of the underground merchants.
I don't understand why surface people even care about the underground people. They don't mix anyway.
Making money on the black market with the goods. It's all about money. He probably runs one of the underground markets. His rival probably runs the other one. They've pitted each other, like something like that. And they're using these kids because they look like kids.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Let's see. Oh, so okay, we're back at it again.
She likes this a little bit.
Can you imagine being the military police assigned to that location?
You got the tough assignment.
Just wither away down there.
Those aren't military police.
憲兵団さ懲りない連中だぜ
They have a green cloak.
Yeah, they've been set up.
今のセリフかっこよくない
バカか。
あの動き憲兵団じゃない。
ああ、間違いない。奴らだ。あの自由の翼の紋章。調査兵団だ。
Erwin.
さすが壁の外で巨人と戦ってる奴らは違うな。
お前ら、分かってるな。
当然
仕事だね。
さて、調査兵団の腕前、見せてもらおうか。
Is this all just a test to recruit him?
I have no idea.
What?
よさ、周りをよく見ろ。
離せこの敵さ
リヴァイ。
This is so good. I love... So I don't know...
And I was like, I hate this. I hate this whole thing. Look at these people taking advantage of this. This is amazing.
I hate the situation. I'm loving the action. I'm curious if the scouts put the whole plot together. I'm wondering if they abused the police so many times that finally the scouts were called in.
Why would the scouts care though? Like, why would they care about this?
Well, so two things. One, they're in the capital city, so all of the money and power is there. So if somebody wants this dealt with who has the influence, they can go, okay, the police are sucking. Deal with this. So the scouts come in. Or I'm wondering, the other option I was thinking about was, did the scouts hear about these kids who were so good with the ODM gear and they wanted to see for themselves?
That's what I was saying.
I'm agreeing with you. I think there's two possible scenarios here.
Well, I asked you about that. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, because
But I'll say it so it'll be right.
I was thinking about it while we were watching, and I think that that's a legitimate option. I think there's two options.
Okay.
Are you gonna guess which one?
I would guess which one when this whole scene started.
Okay, you're ahead of me. I'm slow catching up.
I'm probably wrong, but that's what my guess was.
Okay.
状況判断が早いな。いくつか質問をさせてもらう。これをどこで手に入れた？
Stolen.
立体軌道の腕も見事だった。あれは誰に教わった？
Also, question I had.
お前がリーダーだな。兵団で訓練を受けたことがあるのか？もう一度聞こう。立体軌道をどこで学んだ？
誰にも習ってない。独学だ。
独学だと？信じられんな。
この薄暗いご見た目から少しでも浮き上がるために身につけたんだ。光が当たって当然のお前らにはわからないだろうな。
いいから兄貴から手離せ。兵士だからって威張ってんじゃねえよ。
私の名はエルヴィン・スミス。お前の名は？
Levi. I only got one name.
リヴァイ。
リヴァイ。私と取引しないか？
取引。
お前たちの罪は問わない。代わりに力を貸せ。調査兵団に入団するのだ。
断ったら
憲兵団に引き渡す。
No choice, I'm afraid.
お前はもとより、お前の仲間もまともな扱いは望めないだろう。好きな方を選べ。
Gotta take everybody.
No, they have to just live on the surface. He'll probably go alone.
調査兵団に入ってやる。
Dang, so if the other two join, they're probably no longer alive. So you think it was all set up for Erwin and the boys to see this talent underground and see if they were good enough to be in the team?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because he seemed to genuinely be considering the options there.
What do you mean?
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Who is considering the options?
Erwin.
Okay.
It seemed like he was actually a little surprised at how good they were.
Yeah, but think of how many people are like, for volleyball or whatever, they're like, you need to check out this kid, she's so good. And you're like, okay, yeah, sure.
That's true. Maybe. That's a fair point. I also don't get the feeling that the main city and the police really like the scouts. So I'm not sure they would necessarily help them out.
I don't really think anybody likes the scouts.
Yeah.
I feel like most people in the humanity think that what they do is pointless.
I think my gut instinct is that somebody called the scouts in to deal with these people and said the police can't deal with them. And he was surprised at how good they were and decided I could use these kids. Because they're self-taught and better than most of the yahoos in my group right now.
That's crazy that they're self-taught.
But I did love that line of, you're from above ground, you wouldn't understand. Like, that is so applicable. You see it all the time in different situations about how hard people will work when there are no other choices.
Yeah.
That line personally really resonates.
But I appreciate that the guy was honest. He basically was just like, we are just working to get above ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like those two are like his family.
Yes.
And given that we haven't met them, I'm not sure they made it.
A small part of me hopes that the first scene in episode 2 is like they're part of a different group somewhere and they come together and we see them again.
I thought that Levi was gonna be like, take me, just let them live above ground. And he's like, okay, fine, we'll all join.
That would definitely seem to go in line with his character. But he probably just wants them to be around. They want to be together more than anything.
Okay, we've been asking for this. We've been asking for Levi's backstory. How did he become part of the scout regiment? Like, how did this all go down? And so, thank you so much.
Yes.
We needed this.
Great OVA. Great OVA.
What do you mean?
I thought you were going to make fun of me because I said I didn't want to watch any of the OVAs, and now I'm all in.
That just sounded so insincere, so I was like, I don't get it.
No, I was making fun of myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam's like, let's just dive right into season 2. I'm like, we cannot, okay? But there is a part 2.
Yeah, I'm curious where that goes.
Maybe the development of their relationship, what happened to his friends, why we didn't see them in season 1. They could go many different ways.
Start spiraling.
I feel like I spiral after most of these episodes.
That's fair.
Honestly, these OVAs have been a nice break because I haven't been spiraling, but this part 1, part 2 stuff is really messing me up because here I am again. So, yeah, I'm excited. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your theories of how you came to these conclusions, blah, 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 what you thought was happening in this moment in the comments below, as I said. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more Attack on Titan coming next week. Bye.